one more time. Uh, we're a little apprehensive, or I am anyways. You basically have your beams coming down here. So it's tipped, if I'm making sense. And that's what's holding it upright. Now we've secured it along here, the beams, as we went along. We got our piece here, we got the old roof tying it in, and we have structure down here on the main beam. All right, but now we gotta take all that and that ridge, we gotta open this up and then figure out how much support we can have. What we're gonna do is put, ready for this? 12 feet of windows by 4 high. And the best part is we're using off-brand windows that this is gonna look like $10,000 window job. All right, so it's an amazing view, and let's see how we make out. We tried to get a shovel and take off the old shingles, but they were so damaged. They were like breaking up. We were hitting nails. It was kind of also a hot day. The shingles, even though it's a light colored roof, it was pretty hot. So the only way to do this, we were just picking it up with our hands, and it was a miserable job. I wanted to see what was underneath it before I started cutting into it to know where I am, the beams, etc. And so this is the critical part. Make sure that you're properly planned where you're going to be before you start cutting into this roof, because you don't want to end up start cutting into a beam or whoops, I didn't know that was there. Kurt was starting to cut into it little by little. They're tongue and groove boards, so the trick is don't try and do a big square. Just go up one side of the joist at a time, and it's quite fast. We used a little atomic saw. It is, like I said at the other review, it is the MVP of the job. Now we got our opening. I went from the left to the right, the edge of both beams, and I was comfortable with that there. I didn't want to go any further. I didn't want to go butting into the other structure, and then that way when we're finished we can really beef it up. I could put a beam up on top and go from one end of the building to the other. And I was just dry fitting it there, our first wall side. I'll make a mirror left and right. I found this the best way. I didn't put the top edge in first. There's a reason for that. I can explain later. You can see here, Prince and Kurt started the first framing, and we calculate the slope. Like I said, it's a lot easier, in my opinion, doing it this way, and then we can build from that, because that's the critical part: the angle, the height, and to make sure I get those 4-foot windows in.
Some say he's the strongest guy on Lime Street.
Oh, really, eh?
But the competition isn't so stiff here.
Yeah. Oh, look at you guys. You guys are like pros now. Hey, Prince, the only thing I do, I put the clamp on the other side, because that's your weakest spot, I think. And if not, I have a special screw that'll bring that in. There, you got it now, buddy. It's because there was a twist at the end of the wood. You with me? It's not how many clamps you put in, it's where you put it in.
There nails or screws? I don't have screws. Fill your pockets up.
Next week we're gonna get a GoFundMe page for you guys to have tool belts. But you guys are learning. You kicked ass here, boys. Look at that. We got our frame, we got our slope. Now we're gonna do our bracing for the windows. This is the framing. Then we're gonna do our roof.
Prince, you're on camera. Don't stress.
He's doing better. He's doing better.
Much better than ever. OnlyFans for your rooftop stripping.
Okay. All right. What's that?
We're going 3 here, Dad?
Yeah, go on the other side and get that one in. I'll cut the piece and then we'll go full one. I won't join two like that, all right? Only I'll put a solid piece in there after. So put that on the other side.
Which side?
We got double.
You want this little guy here?
Yeah,
Here?
yeah. Right there. You'll see, there's be a method to my madness. What about now? This is where we're having a tough time. There was so much tar there. We've been spending about an hour. We're on such a roll, and then when you get stuck here for an hour, you're like, oh shit. And because we got to put our header right across the top here. The wood's in good shape. You know, there's nothing wrong. Like the beams are good. You know, you can see right there a little bit of like what's the word? It's like a salt, like the salt air down here, and you see the effluent, like if that's the right word I'm using. So you got a little bit there. That wood will just be cleaned off after. The only rotten piece, or I'm not happy about, is right here. But the rest of the beams are perfect. We tied it in there. We used the structural bolts. We're tied. I'm not going to touch this till I get my concrete poured on the other side for the floor. So there's Prince. He's earning his money today. We got water for you, Prince. You don't have to drink that sugar stuff. One more. Up. Oh, God. So that's really what, you know, certain things you don't know what you're getting into for rentals. You can see there, they did some heavy duty patch job. There's, I don't know, 6 layers of shingles with tar. Yeah, that's right, 6 layers. But it's good to have somebody who's very agile on the roof. He's not tied off at all. If he falls off, you can sue the shit out of me. So. But he's good there. I like him better sitting like that. Kurt, well, this is your house. You fall off, you're just a dumbass homeowner. But the nice thing, we get the roof here. We'll have a platform too when we do the other roof. The other roof's pretty steep, and it's going to be like this. It's going to be brutal. So let's see if we can get the roof on. It's 4 o'clock. I'm instructions till 7 because it starts getting dark. But what a beautiful day, eh? Look at that, eh? You know, I mean, this backyard is like amazing. There we are, eh? Good?
Yeah, that was good.
Now you see, Kurt, how the weight from here, this roof, when we cut these, will be pushing out this way. But this will stop it. You know what I mean?
It's going to add a lot more strength because you got some of these beams that are just rotten out.
I know. So that's going to strengthen it. We're gonna go on the other side too after. We'll do the video on that. And I'm gonna put 2x4s all along. I'm gonna reframe the whole friggin' thing. And put air vents up underneath to get air. So it's gonna be cool. So everything will be kind of like, for you, it'll all be brand new. You know, you won't have to deal with rotten wood and, you know.
Same thing we did at my house with the other window we made. This is our touch. What do you call it? Bumped out window?
Well, they're called loft conversions in England. They're huge. Yeah, I tried to look up on YouTube with a lot of people doing it, but nobody does it in North America. We're, pardon the language, I don't know, we're lazy or we just do little dormers. But this is what they do in Europe. They do something like this: two 4-foot windows and one 36-inch, 4x4. So you're gonna have this really gorgeous view here. You know. So
But Kevin, how do you make sure it doesn't leak?
how do I make sure it doesn't leak? We got bubble gum,
I'm laying you up.
bubble gum, and all kinds of stuff.
Dreams.
We're on a decent slope. I'm not really worried about that part. I think that's the least of our worries.
Yeah, I wonder why you're having such issues over here. Yeah, they should stick. Let me,
Yeah, but see, it slides down. No matter how much I hammer it,
let me
it
see.
slides.
Yeah, I know, but it shouldn't work like that.
What's giving you grief? Anyways. I got it now. Got down to science. Okay, Prince. So Tuesday, you and I will do the sheeting,
Sounds good.
and Kurt will sit in front of his computer, but tend his, and nurse his wounds there. He's going to be sore tomorrow.
Oh man, it was pretty physical today.
Well, a lot of jumping on the roof, eh? And we'll do all the sheeting, and we'll go in order. I want to throw a couple of sheets on there, keep the rain out, but it's going to be dry till Tuesday, and it's already had a lot of rain. But I don't want to put the sheet up and the wind catches it. Well, Kurt, your house is almost done. You just need 1,000 more hours. Yeah.
Not a bad little spot.
No, that came out. That's cool, eh? Those windows, like that loft is, I think, to die for. You know, I'm glad we spent the effort there, and I didn't want to go to the third floor. I was like, wasn't that? It's hard going into an old house, and I figured the city would be all over us. You know.
They already are all over us.
I know. So,
Jesus Christ.
oh, I know the bees, eh? All right, that's it. We'll wrap it up till Tuesday, Prince, and we'll have this all covered up. I'm talking styrofoam, everything. All right.
Yep.
Finishing up the roof. I did it all by myself. Isn't that true, Prince? I had no help. Okay.
All by yourself.
All by myself, eh? That couldn't be further from the fact. If you don't have people doing this, there's too much DIYers out there thinking they're superheroes and they've never done this kind of work. This is brutal. We're going in old to new. We're very pleased with this. We end up putting 1, 2, 3, 4. You need a structure like it's stupid strong.
Whether you're moving locally, long distance.
It's stupid strong. When I use that word stupid, what I mean is it's really strong. It's not just strong, but it's strong. And it will not move. I know there's a little bit of doubt about that, but we haven't even finished here. We're going to take all this weight here, and put it down below. And when you do this kind of work, there's only really one way to do it, and it's the right way. And I know Prince, I say that to him, and he's like, what is this guy talking about? which there's maybe a different way to screw it in, or nails, or things like that. But to make this work, there's only one way.
Mm-hmm.
We're like in Canada. We gotta be very, very careful, especially here. We get like we're right by the ocean. Like look where we are. I mean, can you get any closer to the ocean? And so we get a lot of dampness. We don't get super cold up here. We don't get the double digits, -10 and all that. But we get like 0. It can be miserable, depressing. So there's been Aprils. I was looking at my credit card and wanted to get the hell out of here. How far I could fly away. And what we've done here is we've taken all the old roof, but if you look at these beams from the old one, this is a shared wall from the house. So now we've taken ownership, and it makes our wood look like little toothpicks. And I say that back then, these guys were craftsmen. They were out here, you know what, so Princeton?
Yeah.
They were craftsmen. And so what we've done here, we got our vents coming up here. The air is going to go up here. We're going to have it vented on top, and that's why I put this left this here. I've used some of the construction. I peeled all this on the side, the plywood. Now all the air will come up there through the vent, and we're going to do the same on the other roof. And then basically, if you want to come over here. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see how Prince is after the video, because he's got obligations. God love him. I gave him, sometimes he works part-time, but he wants to get more hours. Sometimes I give him a little notice because look at the rain. Honestly. And I had the car stolen, which was another thing to deal with. So he's kind of you know trying to do 3 things. I'm always like a little more, a little more. Anyways, that's good. So we got this air going to come up here. The plywood's going to come down and go right out. All right. The only part I got to work on tomorrow, if I keep this higher, I might build this up. But if I get air here, I think I got an idea for this one, and I'm going to lay it on tomorrow. But I got to be careful with this so we don't get all moisture and all the crap here. So see you tomorrow.
But I don't. The only problem is I know I'm off. I just don't know which, where I'm off from. So I don't know how to correct.
Follow your screw, however your screw is. Just always try to make your screw straight, and that way you just have to keep your drill straight. You filming this? Teaching moment.
We got the plywood jammed up. You want to go at the other end?
Okay.
And let's see if this is going to work.
Let me first hammer it.
One sec, get this banged up. Okay, nothing's in the way. We're all clear, right? So I'm gonna keep my feet here, right? That's okay, Prince. What you gotta do is just bring it tight now into the groove.
Pull it down?
Yeah, that's the whole idea.
Alright.
So you start your end, put your foot down, right? All right, you're in?
Yep, I'm in.
Now I'm gonna go here, right? I'm gonna put my foot here. And then you're, like if you go in the middle, Prince, I just want to show you something before you go to the hammer. See in the middle, push down.
Yeah.
Like lower if you have to. If you have to get your foot there, make sure you don't get hung tongue. Yeah.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I got it here. Let's see if this is gonna work. Go for it.
A little more pressure, yeah.
Okay, one sec. Okay, let's go a little more. I'm gonna go here.
Alright, let me do this.
All right. So Prince, am I a genius?
Always.
Always. Or am I a pain in the ass? You could say it, Prince. Am I a pain in the friggin' ass?
You're an amazing carpenter.
No,
That's what you are.
no. Don't do it. Hey, I used to work at a place, and I was like 22, 23. And anyways, they were sheet metals. Guys were wizards.
Yeah.
And then I'd set up the machine, and I'd be like a 30-second off, right? And then they'd come by with their tape measure, and they'd be like, "You're," and I hated it. I hated it.
No, but that's what made you the carpenter you are today.
I wasn't carpenter, sheet metal. I got involved in this as a fluke.
Yeah, but now you're used to making sure that even every eighth and everything's taken care of. So that's because of them correcting you that you learn to do.
But you see what we've done here, eh?
Yeah.
I'm going to show here for the camera. Now that's jammed up nicely in there, right? Look at that, eh? I love the tongue and groove plywood for the roof, eh? I mean, it's hands down the best,
Definitely.
you know. All right, we've almost finished our loft conversion. I mean, we still got a little bit of work to do. What's fantastic about this is the homeowner saw how much we brought it out. We turned an unusable space, you could barely walk in there, into one of the most unique rooms of this project. They really were ecstatic because we were debating whether or not to do a third floor here, but it was going to add a lot, and then it was approval, and I was like, I don't know, we're going to beat the winter, you know, having this place open for the winter. So I wasn't crazy about it. I was also a little concerned about the budget for the third floor, so I said, okay, I'm going to make you a room here. We're hoping to do this on the other side. It's kind of stupid. We're a historical district, but if I took a look out there, it's not very historical. It's kind of I would use the word slap together, not an insult, but the truth. And I mean that in a way that a lot of people were fixing these homes, and downtown St. John's was written off. I mean, people just vacated here, said I'm going to build one out in the suburbs. Nobody really invested in these homes here. They're absolutely gorgeous. My son's in love with them, and he's dragged me along, and I'm see what I'm doing today. He's got me convinced to start a construction company, but I have a cabinet shop because I've used to do this before, and start hiring people and fixing these up. And that was that first no. Then I'm like, yeah, what the hell? He's doing it. He's believe it or not, he's great with money. He's financing it, and he's paying as we go. We have Prince who helps us part time. He's learning a lot, and he's really becoming invaluable. But all I could say is, please subscribe. Watch us kick ass, because we believe. Here's what I believe. I believe that we can design the shit out of a house, you know, and we can make unique things, because I think we have a unique approach. Please subscribe. I'm seeing those numbers. They're very low. Other ones are so high. I know I don't promote as much, and I'm trying to do one every 2 weeks. It's just that we work a lot. Like right now, we're both dead here. He's holding the camera. I'm kind of like, okay, I had enough of being on this roof today. I'm looking at, because I got an hour drive, eh? So thank you for watching. Bye.